My decision was to be the best person I could. And I basically, a lot of mornings I wake up and say, fuck your feelings. And that doesn't mean like, don't take it literally, fuck your feelings. But sometimes you have to go beyond what you're feeling. And my knees were fucked, but guess what? I wanted to run.
All right, everybody, you see me smiling, why? Because it kind of sucks out here in New York City. They're expecting some big blizzard to come in, so I was kind of praying to the snow gods for worse weather to come in, because why, in worse weather, we get better. I'm kind of happy, but I was hoping to be a lot worse. I'm gonna do a nice little run today, and no, I'm not thinking it's warm and 70. I like to live in reality. It sucks. It's about 7 inches of snow, and I'm extremely ecstatic right now. Pain is just a feeling. You see it's happiness? Why? Because it sucks. That's why I'm so happy right now. Merry Christmas. So, I get an email the other day. This young man wants to be a ranger, but he's afraid to go to ranger school. Not because how hard the training is, but because he's afraid if he fails, what people are gonna say by judging him. One thing in life, this applies to everything in life. Anytime you move from being normal to trying to be exceptional, people aren't gonna like that shit. Those normal people, it makes them feel like shit, so they're gonna judge you. And nowadays, it's very easy to be a coward. Why? We got Instagram and shit. Most folks don't tell you to your face. They go online, they post about like cowards. Don't let cowards get in your head. And last thing, make sure you do you. Stay hard. A lot of us dream big. You should dream big. Dreaming big is important. Some of us want to be doctors, lawyers, dentists. Some of us want to be in special operations. So you have this big dream. You can see it so clearly, like it's right in front of you. You can go out and touch it. But the thing about it is somewhere, if you dream big enough, somewhere down that journey, that dream becomes a motherfucking nightmare. And what happens in that nightmare, you start to have all these questions. Like, if you want to be in special ops, you may not be a great swimmer. You may just realize that I'm not a great swimmer, I'm not a great runner. You may start to fail tests. And all these questions start to flood your mind. Why am I here? I'm not good enough. Trust me, I know all about the questions. They will flood your mind. If you do not have the answers for them, you will quit. The answers lie in the repetitions. You must not forget the repetitions you put into trying to dominate the craft that you're in today. Always, always embrace the suck, adapt to the suck. Never forget to train your mind. In life, a lot of us work our ass off trying to get to a better place, a place that makes us feel better about ourselves. Some people want to do ultra races. They're starting to PR during training. Some people want to be a lawyer or a medical student. So they're taking these practice tests and they're crushing the practice tests. But guess what happens? Once you get to the actual event, your mind isn't ready. Your mind's not prepared. You've been studying, you've been training, you've been working out, but your mind's not prepared. Story for you. When I was 19 years old, I was going through the Air Force trying to be a pararescueman. I was doing push-ups, sit-ups, swimming. I was doing all this shit, knocking out of the park. One of the best in the class. But the second an obstacle got in my way, I wasn't prepared for it mentally. I was a beast. All I was doing was I was training a bigger, stronger, faster quitter. You gotta train your mind for all obstacles that might get in your way. Stay hard. When I first joined the military, I got some of the worst advice of all time. That advice was to blend in. Don't stand out. Make sure that, if they don't volunteer for anything, don't do any of that, exceeding the expectations, trying to be your best. And that mentality right there is exactly what keeps you at mediocre level. And I call it the blending in mentality. So if I had that mentality, I would have had, you know what, I'm okay at 297 pounds. I'm okay not liking to run, not liking to swim. I'm not gonna try to be a SEAL. I'm not gonna go to Ranger school. I'm not gonna try to, push these limits in ultra races. Your mentality just stays there with the blending in. If you look around the society right now, there's a lot of motherfuckers who are blending in. You can see them. They're blending in. Change your mentality and never blend in.
You have to be open-minded to the possibilities that I can do this. Once you shut your mind down to the possibility that it can be achieved, there's no way it can happen. So that's why my eyes and my body light up about things, Because I know that if you're in a fight, you have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of you. That's what I realized.
So what's your f***ing excuse? Is it too cold where you live? Is it too hot where you live? Does it rain too f***ing much? Now it's time for some real f***ing talk. Maybe you're the only black person applying for a f***ing job. Maybe you're the only female. Maybe you're the only f***ing gay person. Job, whatever the f*** it may be. Maybe that shit's in your f***ing head. Maybe that's your excuse for not being better. Life's a real big f***ing picture. When I was young, all those things got in my head. Black, f***ing not smart enough, single mom, all that bullshit owns space in my head. If you're allowing people and things and situations to own space in your f***ing head, you're losing. Last thing, life's one big f***ing head game. You play with yourself. If you lose, it's because you allow life to get in your f***ing head. Stay hard. There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the f*** you're doing. You can't just f***ing quit. Remember this. This isn't a hobby. This isn't a f***ing joke. It's a f***ing lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no f***ing coach. There's no trainer to keep you going. It's only you. So think about this. You've been working your whole life to get a f***ing seat at the table. The seat at the table is you want to be the best amongst all the best people in your f***ing career field. So you finally get that letter. It's steak, lobster. It's a big dinner. Everybody's showing up, dressed to the nines. Make sure you show up soaking wet for f***ing getting after it, working out hard. Towel around your neck. You respect the event. So make sure you put that towel over that nice chair so you don't f*** it up. The whole thing is this. Don't say a word. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard. I get a lot of questions about how I lost so much weight. People want to know how they can get started. So basically, you're thinking too much off the bat. When I lost my f***ing weight, I didn't look for a trainer. I didn't do all that thinking. I didn't go on Jenny Craig. I didn't do all that shit. What I did was I basically stopped eating so much f***ing food. I cut my calories down. So as far as the workout goes, we overthink that also. Until you find a trainer, go out there and start f***ing walking. Put some shoes on, start running. Go to the gym, do the elliptical trainer. It's not rocket science. A lot of folks talk about overtraining. You gotta train first before you can overtrain. Sometimes you wake up in the morning time and you're sore and you feel like you're overtrained. No, you got sore fucking legs. Get out of your own head and stop overthinking it. Stay hard. When I was going through Ranger School, we had to do a lot of spot checks. A spot check is basically, we don't have time to get all your gear laid out to make sure you have all your shit. So a spot check is maybe they'll check out 2 items. Maybe making sure you have your extra batteries, extra ammo, whatever it may be. The whole idea of a spot check is to make sure that you're staying squared away because you don't know what kind of item they're gonna check on. So how does that apply to your life? This is how it applies. You wanna make sure you spot check yourself, make sure you stay dialed in at all times. It's also important to check, spot check your boys, your girls. Make sure that they're staying hard. Call them up in the middle of the night. Give them a call and say, hey, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we're gonna get after it. Make sure they're staying dialed in. So when I first joined the Navy, I had to join the reserves because I couldn't get into active duty because I was so fat. So being a reservist, I got titled a lot of times as a weekend warrior. In the reserves, you work 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. A lot of us live our lives that way. We can't work out without purpose. We need to get into our dress for the wedding. Summertime's coming, so we want to look all good. Our high school reunion's coming up, so we gotta lose weight. The biggest purpose in life isn't all that shit. It's how you respect yourself, how you look at yourself. That's an everyday f***ing journey. So every day you should be getting after it. We look at determination, self-discipline. We look at hard work. All these terms is almost like we dread them, almost like a punishment. Those are the biggest words of all time as far as respecting yourself. So don't look at them as dread and punishment. Look at those words as a lifestyle. Stay hard. It's another early morning. You're probably thinking, I have so many videos with me putting my shoes on early in the morning. Well, the videos are all very different if you really think about it. Every morning, every day of our lives, we have choices to make. You have the choice to stay in bed, to say, forget it, I'm not gonna work out today, or forget it, I'm not gonna work hard today. You always have a choice every single day of your life. So it's a very different video because yesterday I made the choice to get up early and run, but today's another day. Today's another day that I'm faced with another choice to make. So I'm making the choice again to put my shoes on early in the morning and get active again. So make the right decision. Don't get it twisted. It's not about flipping tires. I'm in Las Vegas right now and it's hot as shit. It's not about any of that. But what it is about is a lot of us give total control to life. We don't have any control of it. We just give all control to life. I do this shit every morning to prepare my mind for what life's gonna throw at me. A healthy body gives you a healthy mind. That's what it's about. So if you go into battle, you wanna go into battle with the right mindset, the right gear. In combat, you wear body armor. But what we do wrong is we don't strengthen our minds. You gotta strengthen your mind, take control of that. So then when you get out in the real world and they f you up, you got protection. Mediocrity feels so good. So we love surrounding ourselves with mediocre people. They give us a get out of jail free card. Whenever life gets hard for us, they tell us it's okay. Don't worry about it. We don't want to surround ourselves with those people out there who are getting the after it every day, holding us accountable, making us feel uncomfortable. People who are challenging us at every turn of life. Those people scare us. That's exactly where you need to be in your life, with those people who put you in a world of questioning who you are. That's exactly where you want to go. That's exactly where you grow.
But be tough. You better have a part about you that's tough, a part about you that can break down situations and get better. And break down situations very quickly within some trauma in your life, some devastation in your life, because it's going to come. The devastation, the trauma is going to come, and you can't allow that to become a Jersey barrier. It can't be a Jersey barrier. It has to be something that you can maneuver through very quickly and move forward. That takes a lot of toughness.
So you know, if you ever gone to the mall, there's this store called Build-A-Bear. And all these little kids are in that store trying to build the bear, the perfect bear that they want. Take it home, be happy of it. Yeah, I'm talking about Build-A-Bear right now. So we have the same tools to do that with our own personal lives. But what happens is the quitting mind comes in. We have to find our new norm. A new norm is something like this. When I was going through SEAL training, it's only supposed to be 6 months. I was there for 18 months, kept on getting set back and set back and set back. You gotta change your mindset to know my whole job now is at 4 o'clock in the morning. I get the shit kicked out of me for 18 months. You gotta create that new norm. That has to be your lifestyle. You are the master of your own mind. Create that masterpiece. Be proud of yourself at the very end of it all. The old I used to be mentality. I talked to this guy the other day. He talked to me about how he used to run a sub 3-hour marathon. While that's impressive, no one cares that she used to run a sub 3-hour marathon. The whole thing is, what have you done today? No one cares what you did yesterday. You gotta change your dialogue. The I used to be mentality doesn't work. What have you done today to better yourself? What will your story be tomorrow? Sometimes we can be in such a bad spot in our lives that the only answer is to say F it and go for broke. In my life, 20-something years ago, I was in that spot. And this guy asked me a question yesterday. What was the question, Jennifer?
He asked if you're paying the price physically now for what you put your body through.
Am I paying the price? So my answer was yes, I am. But what he didn't know was literally, I stepped back at 297 pounds, looked in the accountability mirror, and I saw a reflection I didn't like. It wasn't so much the outside, it was a lot of the inside. So that bothered me. And I was willing to do whatever it took to change that reflection. You gotta find out what you're willing to do to change the reflection in that accountability mirror. Well, it's that time of year again, we start to feel real happy. Why? Because we're not going to work. If you believe in Santa Claus and you celebrate Christmas, you're looking forward to Santa Claus coming down the chimney giving you some presents. It's a real good time of year. So in that good time of year, we start to feel real good about ourselves. So I start to feel great. So we start making promises to ourselves about, hey, I'm gonna lose some weight. I'm gonna do better in school. I'm gonna be better here, be better there. But guess what happens? The real Merry Christmas happens when all of that noise is gone, it's quiet, and it's you against you, and now all those endorphins are gone. And I promise you made about getting up early and getting after it to go lose weight, study harder, guess what? It's a lot harder now. That repetition becomes a lot harder now. So a lot of us can't do things on our own. So find somebody in your life. So when you throw that towel in, they throw that motherfucker back at you and say you're not done yet. Stay true to yourself, stay hard. We have so many tools to put in our arsenal to strengthen our minds, to put those calluses on our minds for when we need them. So one of those great tools is positive self-talk. Positive self-talk works well, but you gotta put the work behind it. It's gotta be the truth. Positive self-talk has to be the truth. So let's say you're taking a test, hard test in college, but you haven't studied, but you have a positive mindset, and your positive self-talk going into it. Chances are, you're gonna fail that test. Positive self-talk doesn't work unless you put the work behind it. We have an epidemic in this world. The epidemic I'm talking about is a lot of people about fucking everything. They bitch about not having time. They bitch about their boss. They bitch about their husband. They bitch about their lives. They bitch about everything. Some people even follow me on Instagram and bitch about me fucking cussing. So why the fuck are you following me on Instagram if you know I'm gonna fucking cuss? We bitch about everything in life, but we do nothing about it. Very few people do anything about it. I'm fat, I'm out of shape, all these things. What the fuck are you doing about it? You gotta take action in your life. You gotta stop bitching. You gotta start find a solution to your problem. Don't be the problem. Take action. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. If all you do is bitch, nothing's gonna happen in your life. Take action, take control, stay hard. So I just got back from a long run, and what I realized for myself and for a lot of people is that life is one big tug of war between mediocrity and trying to find your best self. So there's tricks to all this crap in life. Life is one big head game. One trick in this situation is, so I didn't want to run, so what did I do? I figured out a couple of things. You have to sometimes let mediocrity think that you're giving into it. So I said, you know what, instead of going for a 20 miler, so go out for an easy 6 or 7. What that did to my brain was it said, okay, mediocrity thought it won. So it let loose a little bit. It let go of that, oh, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be okay, it's not too bad. The second you get to mile 2, guess what happens? Greatness pulls mediocrity in the mud. Get out there and get after it.
You're lazy, you know exactly what to do. Exactly what to do. Because even me, in my state of, I can't read and write, I knew exactly what to do. It just sucks doing it. It sucks to do it. It sucks to wake up every morning of your life and say, God, man, I'm not smart. So guess what I gotta do? I gotta study the same shit that I got one of the highest scores in the nation on. And do it again. Do it again.
A lot of people say that nothing's impossible. Shit, I even said that nothing's impossible several times in my life. I lied. There's a lot of things that are impossible for you to do. But what happens is, when we come across something that's very hard, and we try it once or maybe twice, we then say, we're done, we can't do it anymore. Before you say something's impossible, do it and do it and do it to a level that people think that you might be fucking crazy until you say it's impossible. I'm tied up, hands and feet. I hate the water. I sink like a rock. But this is the one thing that almost stopped me from feeling my dreams. I get a lot of questions about how I stay in shape with all my travel. Here's one of my secrets. I have 10 minutes between sessions right now. So I got to my hotel room, got in my room, and I'm gonna knock out some core exercises. Boy, we love to compromise our life. We love to say we don't have time. The body is truly amazing. It can handle almost anything you throw at it. It's the mind that is lacking. The mind, as I always say, is trying to find that easy way out. Yesterday, I put up on my site, go to davidgoggins.com to get a free read of my introduction. You guys crashed my server. It's back up. Go there. Check it out. I get a bunch of questions every day about how did I lose 100 pounds so fast. It's a simple answer. Stop procrastinating, stop wishing, and you gotta outwork your calories. If your calories are outworking you, you're always gonna be the person you don't wanna be. Get after it.
You have to take great pleasure in the fact that no one wants to be where the fuck you're at right now. Great pleasure in that. And what makes, it has to bring a passion out of you. It has to bring something very, very weird out of you, man. Like, people don't really understand what that is. When you're in the worst environment possible, the worst situation possible, and everybody's looking like, God, man, I hope this ends. And you see that. Time slows down and you see that. You're feeling that. Everybody has that look on their face like, God, this got to go. I don't want to be anymore.
I get one question a lot. When will I ever be satisfied? I'm very happy, but I'm not satisfied. I've accomplished a lot in my life, and I'm very proud of that. But I won't be, you know what? I run past a cemetery a lot at home. And when I run past a cemetery, it saddens me because there's a lot of people there, not because they're dead, because a lot of untapped potential. A lot of us die never tapping into our full potential. And I often look at wash rags when I'm wringing them out to hang them up as my soul. And I won't be satisfied until every drop of that wash rag, which is my soul, is completely wrung out. So in my life, I won't be satisfied until everything I have in me is completely out of me. And that's when I'll be satisfied. The mind's a medieval. It's constantly fighting against you. It's the only thing in the history of the world that shows up on time every time. It has the tactical advantage over you. It knows your fears. It knows your insecurities. It knows everything about you. It might be the only thing in that world that knows all about you. You got to know about it. It's going to show up when you don't want to show up. It's going to show up at the worst time possible when you want to be successful. It's going to say, take the easy road. Take the easy way out. You got to learn your brain like your brain has learned you. This morning I woke up with a slack jaw, poopy pants mentality. I've been traveling an awful lot, kind of wore down a little bit. I believe in taking days off. I think days off are real important for recovery and all that stuff. But I don't believe in taking days off because your mentality is just feeling sorry for yourself. I deserve this, or I've earned that mentality. And that's what I was saying to myself. Today's self-talk was horrible. So we have, we all have one voice, and that one voice is very powerful that says, hey, you've earned this, you deserve this, take time off, all that stuff, start developing the other voice that fights that voice. When it's not a designated day off, I don't care if it's running, swimming, biking, studying. If it's not a day off, don't take a day off. And start developing that voice that fights the weaker voice. So remember that. We all have one voice, work on the other voice also. So I never train with music. There's a reason why I don't do that. The music's not gonna always be there. The TV, the distractions, all these external things. I'm in the gym right now with all this loud music. People need it to get fired up. They need it to stay motivated. They need to stay in the fight. They need it to just go in the gym to do whatever they're gonna do. What do you do when you have no external motivation? It's about the internal. What do you say to yourself? How are you gonna fire yourself up? What's that flame inside of you that keeps you going? Let that keep you going, not this. So when I was going through training, we had to carry these real big heavy ass logs and boats around. And I realized on the toughest of days, my mind would allow the demons to come in and roost in my head and start to give me all these different thoughts. So I realized if I can find a little bit more during training, I can get over these hard times. So what I would do is, after a hard day of getting my ass kicked, I would go to the gym. And I realized if I can go to the gym after these hard days, it would teach my mind that there was no finish line. So one day, this one guy in my boat crew saw me going to the gym. He said, "Why the f you going to the gym after a hard day at Bud's?" I said, "Those boats and logs are heavy." A couple days later, we were carrying boats and logs down the beach, down and back. He quit. I looked at him, I said, "Hey, who's gonna carry the boats?" The idea is this: life is the boat. A lot of people ask me, "Goggins, what the hell drives you? What keeps you going? Is it races? Is it this and that?" None of that shit. I'm gonna give you a quick story. 19 years ago, I was 300 pounds trying to find an avenue into being Navy SEAL. I called up 7 different recruiters trying to get in. One recruiter told me it was unattainable for me. 300 pounds, too big, out of shape, all this crap. What I did was I wrote his name down. I wasn't mad at him. I wrote his name down. People try hard to put their own dialogue in your head. He didn't believe he could be a Navy SEAL. So he's trying to put that crap in my head. Write those names down, those people, and the unattainable for them. Once you attain it, go back and tell them how you did it. All right, so I'm in the Atlanta airport, and my goal is to do 1,000 push-ups a day for the next 30 days. I'm traveling a lot. I'm constant to go. I'm fighting fires, doing speaking gigs, trying to get my book finished up. I'm nowhere near gyms, stuff like that. So there's no excuses. Commercial breaks, wherever you're at, it's all about finding time to get it done. And the best thing about it all is you're in the airport, and most people nowadays are totally clueless and unaware that I'm in the corner doing push-ups because everybody's on the daggone phones. So no excuses in life, commercials everywhere else. Get it in. Well, I'm a big believer in doing something that sucks every single day of your life. I believe it's a key component into strengthening your mind. Every day you're trying to find more of what you're capable of. And that's the big question. What are you capable of? Stop doing the things that you do every day. You run every day, go swim. I'm not a big tire flipper, but flipping a tile, one tire for a mile, it'll definitely build something. So I'm all about callousing the mind. Do something that sucks. Well, it's that time of year again, Thanksgiving and Christmas, where we all start going to parties, start taking time off, eat more food, work out less, study less, and just have a good time. That's all fine, but we still have a responsibility to ourselves to hold ourselves accountable and not feel sorry for ourselves. They worked so hard during the year. Take these time, you have more days off of work, to spend time with your family. Find some time to get after it. Find some time to get in the gym, study more, improve yourself. Forget New Year's resolutions. Start today. All right, it is 3 o'clock in the morning, and as you see here, it says 74 minutes on there. The phone actually flips over at 100 minutes, double zeros. So I've been stretching out now for 174 minutes. And you're probably wondering why I'm stretching out so late. Had to do a 10-mile run. Had to go to the gym. I'm writing my book, which is taking me a long time. Had about 600 emails and different posts. I had to respond to different comments. And you know what? If I went to sleep right now, it would haunt me. It would bother me that I missed my stretch. So life's about sacrifice. Life's about having self-discipline. Life's about focus, all those things. And there's 24 hours in a day. Make it work to your advantage. And yes, I do get plenty of sleep, but life is all about sacrifice to achieve what you want.
I would like to know when you're in that moment failing and you have to keep going, what do you say to yourself?
What if? A lot of times I'll be in a 200-mile run or something like that, and I'm all jacked up. Body's broken, mind's broken, spirit's broken. I start to say, what if I can pull this off? When I first walked into the Navy SEAL recruiter's office, he looked at me and said, there's only been 35 African Americans in 70 years make it through. You know what I said to myself? What if I can be the 36th? It's the what if I can pull off a f***ing miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arms because it makes me just like, what if? One thing I found out in my life, I used to always want people to accept me and like me. So I became who they were. If you like something and I didn't like it, I liked it because you liked it. Become unapologetic of who the f you are in your life. If you get after it and you're a hard mother, get after it. You gotta make yourself better than what you think you are. And what that requires is people to not fucking understand you, not know you, not get you at all. Look at you like you're off. Look at you like you have a problem. Don't worry about that shit. Be unapologetic, get after it, stay hard, be who the fuck you are. This isn't for anyone looking for a break. There is no finish line, so stop looking for one. Don't believe if you work your ass off that one day you'll hit that finish line. There's only one finish line in life, and that is death. We must find our limits in everything we do and push slightly beyond it. Remember this, just because you worked your ass off, it doesn't mean you will achieve what you've been working for. Very few of the mindset to work their ass off with no guaranteed success. Never expect immediate results. Have an endurance mindset. You're going to stay in the suck longer than anyone else. True victory comes when there are no crowds and no finish lines. The real victory is your willingness to work your ass off while no one is watching. Stay hard. So I get one question a lot. It's how did I go from 297 to 191 and not get a lot of flat in the skin? So how I did it was doing 100 reps, 200 reps, and 300 reps on machines like this. So what I would do is I go to the gym 3 days a week and I keep my pace up real fast. My repetitions quick pace, and keep my heart rate up, burning calories and also driving through, getting that muscle burn. And my only resting position would be in the up position. And I rest no longer than 10 seconds, breathe, and get back at it again. So it sucks a lot. Lightweight, get after it. So my first 100-mile race I did, I was actually doing 500 reps. I brought this workout back with a guy named Sledge from the book. And we were doing a lot of reps, no running at all.
So I believe that's what allowed me to do so well my first 100-mile race, even though I shit on myself. Stay hard. So life's all about time management. So I'm driving from Las Vegas to San Diego, and the traffic got real bad. So got bumper to bumper, no one's moving and shit. So I'm doing 2-a-day runs right now, run in the morning, run in the afternoon. So I plan on getting to San Diego and getting my run in. So instead of getting all poopy pants and feeling sorry for yourself and getting all frustrated because life has come at me, I decided to pull over because no one's moving anyway and utilize this time to get my miles in. I'm not saying do this. I'm not saying do this, but this is what I'm going to do right now. So utilize your time wisely.